proximity is power. And so it's like getting around the right group of people who are on that same wavelength, who are like have the same characteristics and attributes and values that you do, and aligning yourself with those types of people is like makes all the difference, right?
It's a process, it's the struggle.
Right.
It's what I learn about myself along the way, what I'm capable of, what I can get through. And to really remind myself that like, man, we've been to hell, this isn't it.
Right. I love going to work every day, and then I love going home every day. And so like, that's a great life for me, dude. Like I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful. And yeah, there's hard shit happens every day, but like, that's part of the game.
Yeah.
That's part of it. And I love that because I'm growing and I'm learning.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another amazing, exciting, and of course enthusiastic episode of Finding Peaks. Yours truly, Christopher Burns, Chief Executive Officer, President and Founder of Peaks Recovery. We got Pikes out to the left today. Couldn't be more grateful to be joined by a true friend, colleague, Bryce Givens, True North. Welcome back, sir.
So glad to be back.
Let's go, man.
Got Pikes Peak in the background. This is an awesome studio. Your other studio was dope too, but I kind of like this one better.
It's a little bit more simple,
a
little bit more grounded in nature.
Yeah, I love it.
You know, it's not the downtown vibe, which I loved. But
it's great. It's more nature vibe. And then like being on your campus earlier, it's like more aligned with like the campus vibe. It's sick.
I think so too.
I love it, dude.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, grateful
Stoked
to have you
here.
on, man. We just did a tour on campus, got to walk around like the 13 acres, kind of immerse Bryce a little bit in kind of what we're doing culturally, clinically, and otherwise. And just really grateful to have you down. We were talking a bit before the show, and you mentioned, honestly, one of my favorite entrepreneurs. And I was going to ask you a follow-up question, but I was like, I'm just going to bring it on the show.
Cool.
So Jesse Itzler.
Yeah.
Love Jesse Itzler.
The GOAT.
Yeah, man.
Love him.
So what do you think about this idea as an entrepreneur? Because I kind of want to talk about a few things today, maybe like family, business, faith, being a father. But a lot of one days at a time for sure. And one of the things Jesse Itzler does is in December, I'm assuming, he maps out the 365 days of the next year.
Big ass calendar.
Yeah.
I've been a club member for like 4 years now.
Really?
Dude, I love it.
Oh, that's cool.
I love it.
Let's go.
Yeah, he's the man, dude. Like, so Jesse he's been so transformational in my journey, kind of like indirectly, obviously. But like I read his book, Living with a SEAL, when I was at Pier 1. So I was in treatment at Pier 1, and I read Living with a SEAL, and I was like, who is this Navy SEAL dude? And so that was my first exposure to David Goggins. But then like even more so, there were so many cool things in that book that I learned, and then, you know, did the whole thing, went to prison, got out, all this stuff, and then after getting out, like I forget how he targeted me with something, but I was really into like the self-help space and that kind of stuff, and just learned about him and learned about all the cool stuff that he's doing. And there's like so much like alignment with how he lives his life and some of the practices that he's implemented that like I've now taken on and that have actually shaped not only my life, but then like my close sphere's life, and then our business's life as well. He's dope, dude. He's the man.
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah.
Man. And then he started out like trying to be a rapper or something like that?
Yeah, dude. So the Knicks just won, right? And like he did this song back in the day, like the Knicks song just a gangster, like entrepreneur. And like that kind of mindset about like, dude, he's hungry and he's passionate and he's got good energy and he's like positive and like he just gets after it. And then like he sold, what was it, like I think Marquee Jet or NetJet or something like that. Yeah,
whatever it is.
Something sick. Yeah, like he's a G, dude. And I see that, and I'm not on social media or anything, other than recently LinkedIn, got back on LinkedIn.
Oh, nice.
Because my LinkedIn got nuked, so got back on that.
I need to refresh my LinkedIn.
Yeah,
I need some help.
It's kind of, it's whatever.
You need
but I'm
it when
not
you
on
need
socials.
it.
But
when you're going like,
when I was on socials though, like I followed him and I was like, man, this dude's dope. Like he seems like super authentic and genuine, and not one of these dudes who just like is doing it for like views or clicks or likes or whatever. Like seems like a dope dad. He's married to what's her name, Sarah Blakely, who owns Spank. Like just an entrepreneurial family, and the way that like he portrays his life, but then also I know some people who do know him, and so like through hearsay, he just seems like an awesome dude. And so like I try to emulate the things that other people who have been entrepreneurs, been awesome dads, been awesome family man, he loves the endurance stuff. So we'll talk about the Misogi stuff. But like we do this Misogi thing every single year now. And like I got that directly from him. And so yeah, Jesse Itzler's the man, dude.
Yeah, I definitely got the Misogi from him as well.
Yeah.
I think I've talked about the Misogi on here.
It's great.
Yeah.
What's your Misogi this year?
I don't have one.
Okay.
I don't know why I didn't do one. What was it? I was trying to help someone else with theirs. That was going to be my Misogi. I forget it. But I don't have one. But I went down to Ecuador and hiked around in the volcanoes. That was my one.
This year you did it?
No, that was the year before.
Okay, sick.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Yeah, dude,
man.
it's dope.
Yeah, what's yours?
We're doing this year. So the first year we did 4x4x48. So Goggins, run 4 miles every 4 hours, 48 hours. That was cool.
Was it hard?
It was tough.
Yeah.
But like that, after doing like Ironman and stuff, it's like,
you get a break.
yeah, right.
That's cool.
Yeah. Then last year we did rim to rim to rim, which was dope.
I would love to do that.
So dope. And you're a runner, like, dude, that's
how long did it take
next
you guys
level.
to do that?
So we were aiming for like 12 and a half. I get through, so short here, the short answer is it took us about 16 and a half, 17.
Okay.
I get through like the first 7 miles. Like we started at 1 a.m. I get down, we run down South Kaibab, cross the bridge, go over Phantom Ranch. And then it's still dark out. So we're wearing our headlamps and we're cruising, we're booking, feeling good. And then I come around this corner and I see these like eyes looking at me. And they're like, you know, I'm 6'6", like they're tall. I freak out, I jolt like this. And like I pulled something in my IT band.
Oh, dude.
So I was like, like my IT band's a little rough. So keep on going. We keep running, but it's starting to get worse and worse and worse. Then we get to the north rim, start hiking up, get up to north rim. We're making great time. We're at like, I don't know.
And it's not hurting up, but it's about to hurt coming down.
Bro, so like we get up and it was like 6 hours. We were on track. Okay, turn around, start coming down. Just brutal. Ooh. Blew up. I couldn't run. So I had to basically power hike the rest of the way. It ended up taking us about 16, 17. We had a group of 8 of us there. So me and a buddy of mine, we were kind of the lead pack. Incredible though, dude. Have you've been to the Grand Canyon?
Yeah.
Dude,
For sure.
It's so sick.
What is it, like 40 miles?
It was 46 miles, 12,000 feet of vert up and down. So it was a good one.
That's dope.
Yeah, it was just so cool though. Mm-hmm. So yeah, just being out in like wild nature like that is just so sick.
Yeah.
So we did that last year, and then this year we're doing. You mentioned like South America. We're doing the Salcante Trail. So it's, you know, the Inca Trail. Mm-hmm. All right. So this is a different trail leading into Machu Picchu.
Okay.
And so you get up over 15,200 feet on one of these passes, the Salcante Pass. So we're doing 70K over 2 days. High up, but like the thing is now, like with it being like the World Heritage Site and all this stuff, you have to have like Sherpas or whatever, or guides. So we're gonna try to make it as hard as possible. So it's not gonna be like super duper Misogi, but it's gonna be like a spiritual Misogi and like doing it with the homies. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that's kind of how it was for us too. Is like I went out there to do it, but like all of a sudden, like my guide's son's showing up. He's 13. He's done the mountain like 74 times. Right. He's like, just give him your shit. I'm like, fuck. All right, fine. Like I'm not gonna not like here's my axe, man. Like don't check my shit. You know? But it was spiritual and it was so much more. And you know what it was bigger than anything? What I've learned about the Misogi and anything like really, really difficult, like a capstone, is the process, man.
Totally.
It's the process. It's the struggle.
Right.
It's what I learn about myself along the way, what I'm capable of, what I can get through. And to really remind myself that like, man, we've been to hell, this isn't it.
Right.
Let's
Exactly.
just keep on moving.
Yep.
And what that does as an entrepreneur, from a resilience perspective, to be able to push through, because it can be incredibly lonely sometimes
100%.
as an entrepreneur.
For sure.
And I think Jesse Itzler does a great job of tying in family and business and seems to be able to show up one day at a time. But those moments, especially in these owner-led, big heart operations, when things go south on the business side of things, there's not a lot of people we can talk to.
Totally.
You know?
Totally.
And so then it's like, that's why I brought that up. It's like, what do us entrepreneurs do to ensure, like my financial advisor, Key Wealth Management out of Arizona, Bobby and I are the only males they work with. I could tell you how I got it, but it's a longer story.
That's funny.
But it's a group of female entrepreneurs. They're sick. But I chatted with them 2 months ago and they were like, Chris, we have to have this program where we have to be able to get a hold of you. I'm like, why, dude? Because if we can't get a hold of you, we need to be able to send a wellness check. And I'm on the phone with these people. I'm like, it's been a rough couple of years out there. You know what I mean? my financial advisors are setting up documents and has them assign certain things so that they can do wellness checks for entrepreneurs, because it really does feel like sometimes when we talked about this pre-show that it's like, I have to figure this out on my own.
Right.
And I think it's more about what I've learned over the last couple of years. I think it's more about us getting together as entrepreneur groups, business owners and leaders in a safe place and talking about the shit that's really going on, you know?
Totally.
Because then we can grow through it instead of be scared of it. You know?
Right. That's what I like about this kind of Misogi thing though too, is because it's like, and we talked about this before the show too, about like the superficialness that we experience in all industries, I'm sure experience this, but like even founders and entrepreneurs, like a lot of stuff is superficial. And so the cool thing about like doing hard shit physically and mentally and spiritually, but if you do it together with other like-minded people who might be on that same level, whether they own a mortgage business or they own a behavior, it doesn't matter. But like being able to connect on like a deeper level, like helps other people process that. And that's why like I told you back at the campus, like super appreciate you. And like, you know, we're not like super close, but all of our interactions and just how you show up is super impactful and it makes a difference. Thanks. And I appreciate it. And just like your willingness to want to like help support me, who's like, you know, 8 years you're younger. Does that make sense? I don't even know what the right word is, right? Like businessy wise, right? Like you're a lot further ahead than I am, and like for you to like have the time, take the time out of your day to like help support me is really fucking dope, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
And it's sick, dude, because that's what really matters, right? It's the connection aspect. Like we were talking about this in treatment too, like the personableness of like being there and hearing somebody and like being able to like relate with them on some aspect or some certain level. Like that's why your business is thriving, is because like that reigns true. That's the truth. And like showing up for people. So I just appreciate that. But that's crazy that your financial advisor has this set up. I can't imagine what they have gone through for them to have to put something like that in place. It's wild.
Yeah,
people are struggling, man.
People are struggling, and people come in, and I think so often the world is like, you know, what's wrong with you? And if you just take a moment and you sit with people, you realize that very quickly we all have very similar goals.
Totally.
We want to be happy, we want to be healthy, we want to have relationships, we want to be in our kids' lives. But we've dismantled the way in which we get there.
Right.
And so, and from a very human perspective, just kind of walking alongside, and we talked about it at the office, it's been such a breath of fresh air. I think the struggle and the strife over the last few years have put me in a position where like, I'm not out in front of anything, man. I'm not an expert on anything, but I'm a part of a lot, you know?
Totally.
And who else is a part of a lot is a team of experts that inform this whole freaking thing. And I'm grateful to be a small sliver of a much bigger process.
Totally, dude.
You know, whereas before it's like, I just didn't find myself in good spots because I didn't have great people around me, because I wasn't open enough to ask for the help that I needed.
Right.
You know?
That's a hard thing to do too. Like how do you get to a place, that you know you're asking the right people, and like what is the sequence, right? Like asking the right people at the right time for the right thing. Because if you ask the wrong person, even if it's the right question, like you're going to get bad information, which could lead you down this other path, right? And so it's hard, and I feel like that's why people struggle with this, because of the people that they're surrounded with. And it is like it's like a Tony Robbins thing, right? Like proximity is power. And so it's like getting around the right group of people who are on that same wavelength, who are like have the same characteristics and attributes and values that you do, and aligning yourself with those types of people is like makes all the difference, right? It's like, have you heard of Dan Sullivan? You know who that is? Who Not How? Yeah, dude. Great it's stuff. The same stuff, dude. And it's not rocket science, but it's like sometimes we're like our own worst enemies because we get in our way, because like being like very type A, driven, like got to do these things, like, oh, I don't need to ask for help. I don't need to, how I'm supposed to call and ask this guy for money, like, you know, all the things. It's hard, bro. It's hard. So it's cool that you use your platform and like your network to be able to like go deeper than that like superficial level. Like just be a person and help other people out. It's dope.
Yeah, and it's been really cool, like you were mentioning earlier, man, your easy true north, your mission and your vision and the way that you show up in community is easy to get behind. And I was meeting with some friends of mine, actually Matt in DC, who I respect. DC, who you know, he's a black belt.
Yeah.
He's my coach. He's an absolute beast. But I was meeting with them the other day, and they were like, I was giving them just pieces of what we've gone through.
Yeah.
And they've learned quite a bit of the story, and they were like, dude, if you don't take what you've learned over the last 2 years and just dump it into some people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's absolutely what I'm going to do.
That's so sick.
You know, so authentic entrepreneurs that really are human-centered like yourself make it easy, especially when you can sit down and say, like, your plan is, like, what is best for humans?
Right.
How can we be a cut above what is average and out there and available already?
Totally.
Like, those are conversations I want to be a part of.
For sure, dude.
You know?
Growth mindset. What is it, Eleanor Roosevelt? Like, what was her quote? Like, small minds talk about things, something minds talk about people, great minds talk about ideas.
Great minds talk about ideas, that last part.
Yeah.
Eleanor Roosevelt.
Dude, gangster.
Yeah, I got that thing in my office with not Eleanor Roosevelt, but Theodore Roosevelt.
Yeah.
The man in the arena.
Yeah.
And as an entrepreneur and a business owner and somebody in recovery, there come these moments too where you're the only one that's going to believe in your thing. You know,
100%.
And I experienced that over the last couple of years where I'm like calling these people and I'm like, I'm thinking I'm the only one that thinks this is going to work right now.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
But it's like, and then you have to have that little slice of insanity that I think we keep somewhere on the belt.
You have to.
You know?
For sure.
Because like any of these guys, like when I was telling Matt in DC, the other day when I was, these are guys that at least the properties offer that I'm working with. I was like, bro, when I got the first property off of you, this thing was like, if it was a stock, it was like, it didn't even have a ripple in it.
Right.
It was just like
straight.
And he's like, why didn't you say anything? I was like, oh, bro, you would have never rented to me. Like, what?
Yeah.
He's like, what if it would have failed? I said, as an entrepreneur and as a reasonable human, I was ready to have that conversation.
100%.
We have the conversation. I did my best. It wasn't good enough.
Right.
I'm sorry. That's a tough thing to do.
Yeah.
But you got to be able to do that. I think sometimes as an entrepreneur is be that one that's going to believe in it.
Yeah, bro, you got to be crazy. And you have to have that unwavering belief. And that's what it takes to succeed really in any industry, in any field as an entrepreneur. Like, you've got to be able to push past. That's why I resonate so much with the fitness stuff and all that. And we talked about that too. Is like, when you're like deep out there, right? Like, you're on the North Rim and you're like, okay, you have nowhere to go. Like, and sure, like an IT band, whatever, not bad. Like, obviously, like there's stories of like horrific stories, but it's that concept in your mind is like, are you going to be able to push through? Are you crazy enough to just, like, I like your whole one day at a time thing, right?
Well,
it's
and
like
also
one
too,
step
like,
at a time.
I really love the way I feel when I'm not fucking injured.
Yeah, for sure.
That's all I think about. I'm like, bro, I feel great when this is.
Exactly.
What the
Same
worst.
concept in business though too, dude. That's dope. Yeah, you got to believe in yourself, and then you got to be a good enough salesman to be able to get the right people in the right place to help you get past that bridge. And I'm so stoked that you did that.
Yeah, and hopefully you can sit with them and like have a coffee a handful of months later and be like, you're actually insane.
Yeah, you're the crazy one,
You're the crazy
dude.
guy.
You're the crazy one. Yeah, it's sick.
That's so cool, man.
Fuck yeah.
So what do we got going on with True North? I know we talked about, I know we're getting more into the commercial space. We're going to grow up kind of inpatient, kind of the more intense levels of care there.
Yeah.
What do we got going on?
Yeah, so, you know, True North has had this weird kind of trajectory over the last couple of years. You know, as you know, like I got started in like the sober living space and started with Elevate Recovery Homes, and that's going great. But like to really show up for people in the best way, it's like you have to have higher touch points with these folks. You know, you have to have the full continuum of care. And so for us, being self-funded and bootstrapped and all the things, is like the next trajectory up from sober living was like, all right, we're going to get an IOP open and really take that same model that we have from Elevate, which is like highly personalized, like very fitness focused, very outdoors, like getting people really moving with their body and understanding whether it's weightlifting or hiking or running, or it doesn't matter, like building community around being active was like kind of our whole thing. Yeah. And so we're like, all right, let's take this same concept, do it in a treatment, like implement these treatment modalities, and really get this thing launched. And so it's really been a struggle over the last couple of years of like, again, surrounding yourself with the right people. Like I had a couple people that initially were part of our company and they just weren't good fits. We weren't super aligned. And so you have to learn that I'm a stubborn guy, and like you have to learn the hard way. You have to like learn through doing. I do. And so over the last couple of years, it's really just been finding and building and cultivating and curating the right team of people around me. And then it's like implementing the right systems and processes and procedures and like to support the business. Like obviously the clients come first. So it's like, that's what matters the most.
Yeah.
But then also like actually trying to build a viable and sustainable business that's supporting my employees' lives, their livelihoods, their families, and paying, like the whole thing was a challenge over the last couple of years. So yeah, we started off with just IOP, then we ended up getting licensed. We were actually licensed for adolescents as well initially. Yeah, so my former business partner, she really has a heart for adolescents, and she has a heart also for women who are victims of sex trafficking. Okay. And so we were licensed for that, but then you kind of where we were at in our trajectory is like, all right, I've got to really focus. We got to do something really well first, and then like from there we can expand. So started off with IOP, got to PHP. So we're licensed for both mental health and SUD. For both PHP and IOP. We right now primarily a lot of our clients we have a high Medicaid population, and I know we had chatted about that. And so we're really trying to kind of diversify our payer mix right now, show up for those people who definitely need it in that Medicaid population. A lot of job readiness stuff, workforce readiness, really like initial, like soft skills and that kind of stuff. But we're being kind of hindered with the policymakers and with Medicaid and stuff happening. And so from a viability and like a sustainability standpoint, like we have to move more up market, which has kind of been part of the plan altogether. Yeah. And now we're really trying to get into, 3.1, 3.5, 3.7 levels of care. So we can have that full continuum model with similar to like what you guys are doing, really being able to show up for these people in the best way possible and make it seamless so that they can get the care that they need while they're with us. So that's really the plan, and really sticking with our same like very fitness focused modality. We do a lot of like somatic stuff. Cool. And it's great, dude. And we've got an awesome team, and we're growing and we're learning every day. And our leadership team is made so much improvement just even in this year alone. It's crazy. It's so amazing. But again, like I look as an entrepreneur and as like a go-getter, it's like I still have so much work to do. It's like if I'm doing Pikes Peak, right? It's like I'm like at the top of like Bar Trail right here, right where the incline ends. Over the trees, and then I'm like, okay, I still have a long way to go just to get to this peak. And that's not even the end goal, right? And that's why I love the name of your business too. Like Peaks is dope. It's cool, right? It's dope. But that's our whole thing is like, we're really trying to bring it back to your point about surrounding yourself with the right people. And like, we've brought some amazing people on board who like, have built their careers on incredible experience that they're now bringing to our business and super scaling and lighting a fire under our ass and just making the rest of the team so much better so that we can show up better for the clients. Yeah, it's dope, dude.
It's really cool because I mean, we started out very similar, extended models, outpatient levels of care. And, we started to really look into, what might it be for us to have like some really good synergized continuity of care. Right. We would have to refer out to detox and refer out to residential, and 50% of the time they wouldn't come back, or it wouldn't be a warm handoff, or they wouldn't listen first and solve later, and they weren't a cultural fit. And so it was this just big disconnect. And so it was pretty scary getting into those inpatient, those more acute levels of care. But very, very quickly we started to see from an outcomes perspective that outcomes started to improve. The synergy was there, the handoff was there. And so I love that you're going in that direction. I think if you can kind of control the whole funnel, it gives you an opportunity to give the best client care.
Totally. 100%. So yeah, really replicating what like people like you guys are doing. And that's where we see the best results. We have some good referral partners that we work with that are like, just like 3.5 specific, and they're great and they're awesome. And then they refer guys to our sober living, and they know it's worked out really well. But I think the businesses and the organizations that do have that entire continuum, like if somebody slips up, like cool, we'll get you back here, like we got you. And being able to just have that to where, to your point, it's more sustainable for our organization, and then it's better in the long term for these clients. There's a higher likelihood for success for them if there isn't all this disruption. Like that's the goal, right? But then it's also like figuring out all the business aspects that go into it, the funding, the real estate, all the things, the people. So but that's the fun part, and that's why I love what I get to do. Is like it's such a win-win-win because like I get to show up. Look, I don't get so much interaction with the client. I get to do all the fun shit, right?
Tight.
I get to do all the fun shit. Like we took, every year we take like 40 or 50 guys to Moab.
Sweet.
So sick.
That's cool.
We got Rocky Mountain National Park. So I get to do all the fun things, but I'm like, from a client standpoint, I don't, I'm not working with the clients like I used to when it was just sober living and I was like coaching them and doing all the things. But
really
now I
can't.
get to, you can't, because now I get to focus on like the business. And like, so I love it, right? And I always say this too, and I stole this from somebody, I forget who it was, but it was like, I love going to work every day, and then I love going home every day. And so like, that's a great life for me, dude. Like I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful. And yeah, there's hard shit happens every day, but like, that's part of the game.
Yeah.
That's part of it. And I love that because I'm growing and I'm learning.
Yeah.
Some days are harder than others, but it's good, dude.
Dude, and when you zoom out, I think this was something that maybe I missed sometimes over the last couple of years, or maybe the last few years prior to the last year, was like, if you're like really about this, which I know you are, it's right here.
Right.
I read this quote the other day, and I'll butcher it, but it was like, make sure and focus on the small things, because one day you might look back and realize those were the big things.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I've learned is like, I am so blessed to call today, Wednesday, to be here with you, to be able to walk you through a facility.
I know.
I used to put needles in my arms and,
and
do crazy
dude.
shit, dude. Like, and people trust me.
Right.
And next month I'll have 18 years.
That's so
since I took a
sick,
drink,
dude.
And,
congrats.
And for whatever reason,
Right.
somewhere along the way in my professional journey, I lost sight of that.
Yeah.
And I just find myself now just reminding people of like, what you're doing is rad.
Yeah.
Most people will never touch that quality of life, that passion and that purpose with 100-foot pole. And sometimes in my career, I think like, well, when I get over there, it's going to be the way that I get over there, and it's going to be is that I go all in on it.
Is there one thing that you could point to that, and maybe it was a culmination of a bunch of different things, but like what kind of regrounded you? Can you point to like one thing? Can you remember like one thing that you're like, hey, fuck face, like you're looking in the mirror and you're like, you need to wake up. Like, was there like an epiphany type moment or no? Was it just kind of everything?
It was a couple,
together?
but I would always say it was the moment with what I told you about. With Garrick. In the car.
So sick, so powerful.
And him just holding up a mirror, and he didn't say it. What I heard is like, you're my dad.
Yeah. So sick.
I know who my dad is.
Yeah.
Right? So and that was the mirror that was like, okay, ambiguity out, attention all in. And it's one of those things when you have to go all in on the moment, there's something real special about it, because like you got to win the day and you experience a lot and you get a lot done. But we would go into each and every day, and I would tell Joseph, I say, we got to roll sixes. So people be like, what if you roll fives? No. We have to roll sixes. Like it's not, there's no fives in the thing, dude. Like every day we have to win. And as grueling as it is, as intense as it is, it really created this opportunity when I came out of the inferno and started to see the light, that I'm just like, man, I have so much gratitude.
So sick. You've always been like, since I've known you, and I'm sure even before, like, first of all, 18 years, that's so dope. I know I don't know when this was said, but when you're 44, you'll have been sober for over half your life.
Yeah, man.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
But you've always been like a very like heart-led person. Like, I think that's just the type of person you are. And I think that obviously shows in your business and like getting you through this last thing. Like, it's just sick, dude. I'm so stoked for you.
Thank you, man. I really enjoyed in this season people wanting to be closer to me than in the past. It's been really cool, because in the past, because I was very big 12-step guy, it was more about like, I have something you want, so follow me. And even when I got into business, people would come meet with me, and it was very much like I have the keys to your kingdom, so I'm just going to talk at you.
Yeah.
And so I'd sit with people all the time, just the same as I do now, but they'd kind of be like this.
Uh-huh.
All right, dude. Yeah, great meeting. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
That stuff. Like, not real. And now I sit with people, and they're just like,
yeah, dude, chill.
We're chilling.
Right.
You got something I'm sure could gain from you and me, and we're
100%.
relational. And so it's been really cool lately, not just like professionally, but personally with like guests and stuff too. Of I'm like, yeah, doors open, man. Like,
yep.
And if I can really emulate to you, because it's true, and I can be authentic, that like,
right,
dude, I'm grateful to be with you.
Yep.
I appreciate your time.
Totally.
You know, and people feel that.
Right.
They're like, I don't know what it's about that experience. I
Right.
just want to be around that guy.
Just authentic,
Yeah,
dude.
it's cool.
Authentic.
Yeah.
And real shit. Like, I got this great friend, and I do all the Misogi stuff with him. His name's Justin. Actually, we had a podcast a couple years back. We probably did, I don't know, 80 episodes or something.
Oh, cool.
Super cool. But he is one of the most just authentic human beings, and the way he shows up for people is like so infectious. And I'm so excited. He's actually coming out next week.
Sweet.
He lives in Alaska. He just like retired, sold his mortgage business, but we do all this Misogi shit together. And he's like 55. He's an older dude, but he's like, I try to capture, like, when I'm around him, and that's I'm bringing this up because I get the same vibe from you as well. Is like, there's like this energy about you, about him, about certain people that like you want to be around when it is authentic. And like you just and it's like, I want to take the good things from that and like the pieces of that and be able to fill my cup up with that so that I can overflow and be that for other people. But yeah, no, dude, I love that. And you guys have very similar like personality types.
Cool,
and like, he's a gangster. He's a G.
That's cool.
Just like you. And that's the type of people I want to be around, because then, again, if your cup is always overflowing, like there's plenty to go around for everybody. And you can show up for clients, you can show up for your family, you can show up all the things, dude. And it's sick. And you're absolutely right. And it is that authentic thing. It's like, it's not transactional.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, well, there's value in this. We're both going to gain something from this, but it's also like, it's real.
Yeah.
It's real. It's dope.
Yeah. It's been so cool, man. Just walking with instead of like out in front. I've been talking about it a lot on the podcast lately. And that's my aim each day, man. It's like, I get up, I'm not perfect.
Right.
You know, I was meeting with a husband the other day. I was meeting my friend John.
Yeah.
I was telling you about the Vietnam vet.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is it? Just trying to be better humans one day at a time. Like, I'm like, why is it, John, that I treat the person that I love the most in this world the most poorly?
Yeah.
Why is it that husbands, I think generally, or wives, or vice versa, treat the ones they love the most poorly?
Yeah.
And my goal each and every day is like, how do I love my wife better?
Totally.
You know?
Right.
But it's these interesting, and we sat down and he was an alcoholic and I was an alcoholic, but we're here.
Right.
And so like, I'm always interested in ways that like, I can get better relationally.
Totally.
I can be a better human, and I can be a better husband.
Yep.
And a better father, because that's hard to do as well.
For sure.
You know?
That takes just as much, just like the whole business thing. Like that's another full-time job.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and I experienced the same thing. Like, it was my wife's. I feel so bad about this because my wife, obviously I've got a 2 year and 4 month. And then today is actually my second daughter's 4 months.
2 year and 4 months, so 2 years apart.
2 years apart.
Okay, exactly.
And so the last 4 months have been rough, especially for my wife, because like the first baby was like, she didn't get a good latch, so we bottle fed her. So we split the whole thing, like did the whole thing. But now this baby is latching great, so she's always on the boob.
Yeah.
And so it's draining for Kayla, big time.
She's got to have.
And like trying to show up for Kayla in a way, just like as a husband and as a partner and as a friend and all the things. It was her birthday just earlier this month, and she asked for two things. And I was like, well, what do you really want? She's like, I want a private dinner with a private chef to come to the house. And I'm like, cool. And then she's like, and I want a cookie cake. But the thing is, we both are like gluten-free and dairy-free.
But you're gonna get down.
Yeah, so I'm like, well, that second one isn't gonna happen. And then the first one too, it's like, I feel so bad. And I'm making it up to her, but like, I reached out to like 4 or 5 different companies, and like I have some friends who have private chefs and stuff, and it just ended up not working out. And I like went to her and I was like, hey, like nobody's heard back from me. The people that I have heard back from, she doesn't eat seafood either.
Oh, okay.
They're like, they only want to do seafood. And so I'm like, can we like table it? And so like, but it made me feel fucking horrible because it's like, it's the person I love the most in this world. I love her the most. And so I'm like, man, what a fucking scumbag I am. Like, I need to really think about this and like, look at how I can show up better. And not just like giving stuff, but like, that's just one example.
Yeah.
And so I'm working through that shit too. And so like, obviously I'm like, you know, making it up to her and everything, but it's like, it's those little things that really stick with me the most. It's like, people don't care about what you do. They care about how you make them feel, right? And that's another stolen quote from who knows, but it's genius.
Yeah.
And it's like, the people that matter the most, to your point, is like, you need to show up for them the most.
You know what I've been doing lately?
What's up?
Speaking from like the authenticity lens, is like, dude, like I know I'm gonna suck, and it's not like I'm gonna suck so bad. I don't get down with like the like, oh, okay, you know me, I'm an alcoholic, so I have to make amends every time I suck.
Right.
I don't do that. I'm not down with that. Stay authentic.
Right.
But like sometimes like the other day I was in the bathroom. I'm like, hey, like I got that interaction like real wrong, and I want you to know that I don't feel good about it.
Yeah.
And I also want you to know that I was just journaling 45 minutes ago. I'm like, how can I fucking love you better?
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Been together a long time, but I just want you to know, like, you are the fucking light of my life.
Yeah.
And I messed this up and I want to get better and I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I've learned, but I've seen through just like being a little more authentic, because then she's like, you don't care. And I'm like, well, no, I do care because I talked about it on my podcast. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know my show?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I've been finding like the same thing, because I will take the information, I'll do the right thing in my community, I'll be real authentic, but I'll forget the person right in front of me.
Right.
So it's been really helpful with Cass. And I mess it up, man. But she knows.
We're not perfect, dude.
Yeah.
We're not perfect. But we are trying to get better. And that's what's been so helpful too, is like having the right partner. And I talked with a bunch of my friends. I talk with my friends about this all the time, but like having the right partner around you makes everything so much better. And so I just want to, again, I just want to show up the best way that I can for my daughters, for my wife, for my family, for my friends, for my colleagues, all of that.
It's interesting you say, I always leave her out in the conversation, not because I don't have a lot of gratitude, but talk about somebody who's like risk averse. Yeah. My wife, she doesn't have an entrepreneurial bone in her body. She always worked for somebody until we opened our company. Yeah. There's probably been 3 times over the last 12 years where I'm like, it's over. What do you want me to do? And she's like, send it. Yeah. And I'm like, send it, babe. I'm like, that means you can lose everything. She's like, send it.
Yes, love that.
Every time she's been like, send it.
Gangster.
You know, and I'm like, babe, you know when we send and it doesn't work?
Could you imagine if she wasn't like that? Know. And then like that's your most like trusted advisor, and she's like, well, like it's a wrap, bro.
Oh, it's over.
It's a wrap.
Because I looked to her, right? Yeah, because I'm always like, she's gonna tell me exactly what I need to do.
Kayla's the same, dude. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's gangster.
Yeah, it's so
the best.
That gives me chills.
Yeah,
man.
Dog. It's so cool.
Because I'm like, I'll go home sometimes with all of the chips on Cass's decision.
Yeah.
And she has no idea.
Right.
I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Like, you just saved the world. She's like, what? She's like, oh, that's so great funny. Stuff, man.
That's dope.
So true.
Yeah, man.
It's nice to be able to have people like that.
Yeah, it's the greatest. You know. And so like, I know we beat ourselves up. Like I beat myself up sometimes about like little shit like that. But it is meaningful, right? And we're going through the shit and all, and so I just want to show up for her. So and then thinking about that even like down the line too, and like your kids are a little bit older, but like going through these phases like where like weeks feel like, I mean the weeks fly by, but then like my daughter, she'll develop something in like a week, and I'm just like, I got to convince myself, like, because I haven't been through this before, I'm like, oh, this is only temporary, it's going to last a week. Like, how do I show up for her the best way? Because she's fucking 2 years old. Like, how do I not unload my shit onto her? And so it's fun, dude. It's interesting. It's like that. It's the game of business too. It's like the game of life. It's so sick, dude. We're so fucking blessed that we get to do this shit, and like we get to be in. I talk about this all the time. So I just did Boulder 70.3 last week, but I did a relay with my boys. So I did it with Robbie and my buddy Matt. So I just did the swim, and then Robbie did the bike, and Matt did the run.
So you swam 5K.
Swam it's only 4K, 1.2.
Okay.
1.2.
Not Ironman.
No, it's 2K. Yeah, it's half Ironman.
Okay, cool.
So 2K. So 1.2 miles. Still. Which, by the way, dude,
I
haven't
not a
swam
swimmer.
since
Which, by the way,
my last swim was Ironman California like 2 years ago. Haven't even been in open water.
since then,
Yeah. Bro.
swimming's so hard.
It's so hard.
I don't even.
It's
I'm
so
not-
hard.
Yeah, I've
It's
never
brutal.
swam over 800 meters in my life.
Dude,
consecutively.
swimming is the worst. Like I'll sit on a bike all day, I'll run, whatever, it's
Run,
fine.
sure, yeah.
But we get done with the race and like, dude, it was so nice on Saturday. It was like 78 degrees in Boulder. And I look at my boy and I'm like, dude, we live in the coolest fucking place. We're so blessed. Like we live in such a dope spot. Like dude, we're just winning. We're winning.
Winning.
On
Boulder's-
all aspects.
You live in Boulder?
No, I live in Parker, but the race was up
Parker's
in Boulder.
pretty dope too.
Parker's great. I love it. I'm a Burbs guy.
Yeah.
Like, it's great. But yeah, like, my whole point is like, dude, we're winning, like, with family, with friends, with business, with the place we live, living in America, having, like, we're afforded so much. So much. It's amazing.
know,
And so for us not to take advantage of that and use that and leverage all of the gifts that we've been given to do good and be like servant leaders and like that's the only way to compound that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing, man. The opportunity I think we have is as fathers and professionals and the impact and sum total impact that we get to be a part of in this
Right.
world and the ripple effect and the wave that we get to ride and the communities we're a part of. I think if we're there for it,
Yeah.
it's like the time of your life.
Yes.
It really is.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
I wanted to share something with you. I shared it with, I haven't shared it on the show in a while. I don't think it's probably been like 50 episodes because I just do like rewind and repeat. But I was reading this book one time talking about being a father, a mother, mother, parents. And I used to think because we grew up and like it didn't feel like we had a lot. And it was like, managing the checkbook. My dad was like, and so I used to see my friends, they would like go on vacations and I thought it was so cool. Sometimes they would invite me. And so when I first started making money as a young entrepreneur and a young father, I was like, dude, I'm ripping my 9-month-old and my 2-week-old to the Four Seasons. I'm ripping them over here and I'm ripping them over here and I'm ripping them over here because that's what I thought. I thought being a father was like time under tension and big memories.
Yeah.
Because I had such little big memories.
Yeah.
And anyway, I've learned something quite different and something that I kind of like, I say all the time is meaningful moments that matter the most. So I was reading this book and I forget the book, but I'll remember it, or I've said it on a podcast before. Essentially the book was writing letters to, I think it was Oprah. And they were saying, my mom is the best, why? They would write essays. And they would say, this is, my mom's the best mom because of this. So they invited him on the show, if you won. So they invite this 11 to 13 year old, but really well traveled, man.
Yeah.
Affluent family, has all the things. They bring her on the show, they're like, you won. So they bring her out, her mom's in the back, right? Oprah, why is your mom the best mom? And she goes, well, it's easy, it's Cheerios. Oprah's like, well, you flew all the way across the country, we want to talk about Cheerios here. Whatever. She's like, it's Cheerios, man, it's Cheerios. So here's the deal. My mom, I was 5 years old. I was up going to the bathroom. I heard a little cling cling down in the kitchen. Went down in the kitchen. I was like, Mom, what are you doing? My mom's my hero. I love my mom so much. She means so much to me. She's such a great mom. She's down there having Cheerios. She says, sometimes I get a little anxiety and I can't sleep. I'll come down and have a bowl of Cheerios. Girl says, Mom, it's Cheerios my favorite. I know, honey. You have to promise me that every time you have a bowl of Cheerios in the middle of the night, you can wake me up and have a bowl of Cheerios. Bro, like.
So sick.
They had done everything, all the stuff, like what, all it was like this little time where, and it probably happened the way she explained it, like 5 or 10 more times between like 5 and 15 or whatever she was. And it's like, that's all it is. And so as much as I'll tell myself sometimes as an entrepreneur, like you're not doing enough as a father, because you can be pulled in so many different directions. I just go back to that. I'm like, how can I eat Cheerios today?
Right, I love it.
Right?
So
how can I
sick,
put my
dude.
phone down, not for an hour,
Right.
but long enough to have a bowl of Cheerios,
Yep.
figuratively speaking.
Yeah.
Right?
I love that. Dude, that's so sick. I got goosebumps.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, it's
Dude, I was telling a story yesterday, I
dope.
started crying. I'm like, dude, it's just like, it's impactful because I can tell with my kids, and you'll be able, I'm sure you can with your 2-year-old, but when dad is fully there
Oh, yeah.
and they're with dad,
Right.
bro, we were just in Salida last week. We were doing the alumni weekend.
Yep.
I brought life jackets. We went and had sandwiches by the water in the Arkansas River right there. I said, fellas, you guys just want to jump in? I know people are surfing it and they have wetsuits on, but we don't need wetsuits. Or helmets or any of that stuff. You want to just jump in this thing and start getting it?
Yeah.
They're like, Dad, if you go, we go. I'm like, bro, I'm going to jump out in this thing. Follow me. And I'm like, bro, don't do like last time, because the last time you didn't follow me. You gotta go. So I like jump out, and you can see them in the video. They're like, man, whatever Dad does.
So sick.
And we were floating this thing.
Fuck
and it was like so simple. So simple. They're like, Dad, this is one of the greatest days of my life.
Right. It's so dope. I love that, dude. That's so sick. I love that. And you're so right. And I noticed that too. I try to do, and that is one thing that I've gotten a lot better at since having kids. Like, because I haven't been on social since my first daughter's been born.
That's spiritual.
And for me, and the whole thing is because like, you know, I got that addict mentality, bro. And it's like, I have a hard time with the dopamine shit, right? So like, if I have it there, like even if I can compartmentalize it and like be there, but like for me, it's just, I'm kind of an all or nothing kind of guy. And so the times that I'm with my daughter, and I love now that we just moved her out of her crib like 2 months ago. And so she has a bed now. And I put her to sleep every single night. And so like the time that I get to put her to sleep and like lay in bed with her, dude, it's so precious. It's so beautiful. And it's amazing. And like, I hope that I will create more experiences like that. Like just being there, authentic, present. Bowl of Cheerios. I'm gonna steal that, dude. It's fucking sick. Let me know what that book is, dude.
Yeah, I will.
I
just have to think about it real hard.
Or I'll look it up on like Claude or something, dude.
I know.
I'll look it up. Claude will know.
It's in my library.
Okay.
I've read it in the last few years.
Sick.
And I was like, no,
I love that.
Cheerios.
That's so
no wonder
sick.
I got this wrong.
But I'm always looking for like good books like that are like meaningful. And then those are good things to like share with other people too, because you can like help other people. You can teach lessons without it being your lesson.
Yeah.
That I think sometimes I'm like, oh, this person, I think this would be cool for this person to hear this at this time. So.
And I don't even think, I've even said on the show, like, if I have my Apple Watch on, I'll set a timer for 20 minutes. Like, set the timer.
Love it.
Like, I'm going to lock in for this 20, so I know it's 20.
Yep.
It's really impactful.
Totally. Yeah, dude. That's sick.
Just trying to do that. And I do this little, like, 5-minute journal that's, like, super easy, but it's just all about gratitude.
You do it every day?
You do it every morning. Yeah. And then you do a few questions in the morning and a couple at night.
Sick.
When you retire.
Yeah.
So, but it's been a season for the reason. And I'm grateful to have gone through some of the trials and tribulations. Most certainly. It's taught me a tremendous amount, but most certainly, more than anything, and I've said it before, it's taught me what really matters, man. It's brought my close relationships closer.
Right.
It's helped me to realize that the things that I wanted or the mountains that I wanted to chase, the most important things in my life were there all along.
Yep.
And whether I fell off the cliff or not, they were going to hold on to me.
Yep.
And they were going to be there.
Totally.
And so I've been able to anchor back into that, and we've been able to have some success in this year.
I love it.
It's been cool to talk about it a little bit.
I love it.
Expose people to the realness of like life and mental health and trials and tribulations, and things get dark and hard sometimes. But if you get great people around you, I think you got a really cool opportunity of getting through it and learning a lot.
Totally.
You know?
Yeah, man. I mean, I know you mentioned the word faith earlier, and like for me, that's the first thing that just like was ringing my bell when you're saying this. Right. And like whatever it is for people. But for us, you know, I was raised like cradle Catholic and went to Catholic school. Then there was a, you know, late elementary and middle school was not religious at all. I didn't grow up in like a religious household, but like my mom was kind of more religious, my dad not. And then I went to a Catholic high school which really isn't like religious at all.
It's just where they recruit
it's just like
people that play sports.
Yeah, it's for sports.
I happen to be an athlete.
Yeah, dude. And then, you know, kind of living life and going to college and experiencing atheism and Buddha and all the different ideologies and all the things. And then now recently, especially like in parenthood, just trying to seek the truth and like, not that my religion or my beliefs, like, and I'm a Christian now, I'm a saved Christian and like, but it's not for everybody, right? But for us, it's like, it's finding that solace, right? And it's finding that sanctuary and it's finding that truth for whatever that is for you. Has been so transformational and something to lean on and being like such a stronghold, especially in the last like year. And being able to walk that path again with your partner and it's so funny, like, going back to the parenting thing too, it's like we're raising Birdie in this, and we're converting to Catholicism, which is weird. And it's like weird. It's a weird thing. Like Catholicism is a weird thing for a lot of people, but like for us, it's like and so like every time we sit down for dinner now, Birdie, our daughter Birdie's like, all right, we need to pray. So she'll go, the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, and you're Jesus. And so
that's cool.
it's so funny.
That's cool.
But it's cool to be able to share that again too, unauthentically, and know that like I don't have all the answers. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing 99% of the time.
Yeah.
But I know if I can like put my trust and my faith in something that's outside of me, that's bigger than me, that ultimately represents light and love, and like me trying to emulate that, like it's all good, dude.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's a beautiful way to put it too, man. It provides so much strength and foundation, and to have experienced the idea or the thought of like God's got my back.
Yeah.
And knowing that like at a really ground level, or maybe the universe, but just feeling that.
Right.
That's
it's powerful.
It's impenetrable sometimes.
It's impenetrable. Yeah. That's a great word for it. Yeah, dude.
And it's in those times, and it's a lot of people too. Like I would imagine a lot of entrepreneurs have faith.
Yeah, for sure. Really, I mean, whatever. Yes, for sure. So. Whether it's God, universe, Jesus, Buddha, all it doesn't matter. Like, but for me, that's been so impactful, and I found such peace. Right? Because like there's so much chaos in our lives, and like being able to like find those times of peace, like when you're putting down your phone and you're setting your watch for 20 minutes, and like those are the truest times. Yeah. And it's super cool. Yeah. I'm part of this Christian leadership group. It's called C12. So dope, dude. And talking about like connecting with the right type of people who are like leading from their hearts, and like leading and driving businesses from like a place of, and it's very Christian based, but it's, it's kingdom impact. It's like, how can we be service led? Like, how can we be shepherds? And like, how can we just show up for people in the best way? It's been so cool. That's and dope. Peaceful.
That's international, right?
It is, yeah, dude, it's dope. It's so cool.
I think they got a pretty good following down here in the Springs.
They do, down in the Springs. There's a guy.
Is Tebow part of that?
What's his name?
Is Tim Tebow part of that?
I don't know. He's like in that kind of sphere. Yeah, I don't know if he's like a C12 member, but it's great. You meet some really incredible people. I mean, that's how we actually ended up reconnecting. So David, my forum leader, he's an amazing, that's who I was on the phone with right when I pulled up.
Oh, cool.
He's the fucking man, dude. He's so cool. And like, again, you try to take these pieces from other people in your life, and like take a piece from this guy, take a piece from this guy, and implement those things so like I can show up the best way possible. But he's a connector like us too. So he connected me with Shane Phillips, who connected me with Matthew, which ultimately led back to us reconnecting. Yeah. And so it's super cool because like it's a small world, bro. Yeah. It's a small world. Yep. And just, again, like surrounding yourself with the right people. I wanted to ask you, who listens to this podcast most? Is it clients? Is it industry folks? Is it random people? Like, do you know?
I'd say a huge mix.
Is it?
Yeah, a lot of alumni population.
Alumni?
Yeah, a lot of alumni population. Sick. It goes out on YouTube too, so it's got a really good mix on the YouTube platform.
Dope.
Professionals. Otherwise, it's on our website. It's on YouTube. It's on Instagram, Facebook, Apple Music.
Sick. So it's a good mix of like business leaders, clients, alumni, all the people. Yeah. And that's what's cool. Like that's the one thing that I noticed when we were doing our podcast. It's called Thriving in Recovery, and it was like a lot of very like just recovery based stuff. But what I like about this setting is it's like, and we talked about this in your office too, and like even the AA thing, like the recovery thing is like one deal. Yeah. But like it's life, right?
And it's light.
It's light.
Right.
Right. And you get to talk about all these different avenues. So I was just curious about that.
I love being able to, I mean, I can if I need to, but I love not being able to live out of my story.
Yeah, dude. 100%. That's what I found. That's why we kind of shut it down.
Yeah.
It was a lot of like very repetitive things.
And I kind of get stuck. And there's a huge part of my recovery where I got stuck in that, where I'd be like, hey, my name's Attic, and it's got a friend named Chris. Yeah. It's just like boom, and then I'd be like, well, have you ever done it? And then you're like, whoa, and then all of a sudden you're blown back, and then you're like, how's this guy even here, like standing upright? You're like, give him your money, whatever. But yeah, it's been really nice to step out of that and to step into, because even though I got sober at 22, man, I was a kid. So I've lived, I'm 40 now. So I've lived 18 years and a lot of maturation and recovery. So 100%. I can talk far more about, I have so many more stories of trials and tribulations in sobriety that are so much more a part of me than that was.
So much more robust, and that's sick.
It's good stuff, man. Dude, I'm so stoked you came up today.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on the show, man. We'll
Thanks
have to
for
bring you on
having me.
again. I'm coming up in 2 weeks. Gonna check out True North. Gonna bring
Let's go.
Joseph up.
Yeah.
Meet the business
I'm
partners.
excited, dude.
Yeah, let's lock arms, man. See
Yeah.
if we can't have some fun.
I appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate
Thank
you too, man. Thank
Love
you so
dude.
much. Love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for coming down. Hey, everybody. Thanks for rocking with us. You know what time it is. Our mission is to save lives, disrupt the industry through quality of care, and more than anything, show up authentically one day at a time. Peace.
Later.
Let's go, baby.